Pause the draft. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, Madden has the Dolphins drafting 4th and the Falcons drafting 3rd. Wait a minute. What? Madden has the Falcons going 3rd. Bruh. Alright, so right now, this is my mock draft for the first round. I have the list of players that I have on the board, and I also have it in Madden. So if I do need to do this again, then I will. So I will go to the trade center and go to every single team's draft pick, or go to every single team and see what they need. The Jaguars need a left tackle and a QB and strong safety, but if they do end up going to trade for Deshaun Watson, and if the Jaguars do acquire Deshaun Watson, then they can anybody that they want. I mean, you could, since you have probably one of the top 10 running backs in the league, and then you have like average wide receivers, you can pick Devontae Smith if you do end up getting Deshaun Watson. But if y'all don't get Deshaun Watson, then y'all will probably pick Trevor Lawrence. So depending on if they trade for Deshaun Watson or not, the first pick will be Trevor Lawrence or Devontae Smith, depending on the Deshaun Watson debate. So yeah. The second pick is going to the Jets. Again, the people that is on this team are not like real. Like Shaquille Griffin is their best player right now. Quinnen Williams is their second best player. Mike Hilton is going to be their third. But with their quarterback situation, running back situation, and wide receivers are pretty good. Tight ends are also average. Running backs and QBs is what they need. So I'm pretty sure, depending on where Deshaun Watson goes, like I said with the Jaguars, if Deshaun Watson goes to them, then the Jaguars will probably pick Devontae Smith. And then the Jets will pick Trevor Lawrence if Devontae Smith goes to the Jaguars. This also depends on where Deshaun Watson goes. Right, Ben? So it's either I wait to redo this video when Deshaun Watson goes to the team that they get, or I do the mock draft right now, which I'm doing the mock draft right now, but prior to where Deshaun Watson is going to go, unless I get news that Deshaun Watson is going to a team. So, yeah. I feel like the Jets will either pick O-line or a quarterback. And I'm pretty sure they're going to pick Zach Wilson from BYU. And again, if the Jaguars acquire Deshaun Watson, then they're probably going to pick somebody else, and Trevor Lawrence is going to go to the Jets. But that doesn't mean anything, because this is a mock draft. So, third overall pick is going to the Dolphins. I know Madden has the Falcons getting the third pick, but it's actually the Dolphins in real life. They have Tua Tagovailoa as their quarterback. Todd, that's not right. Todd Gurley's not on that team. In Madden, they have him, but they have players, but I'm pretty sure they're going to pick a wide receiver. So, they do need O-line and defense, but they don't really need a QB. So I'm gonna have them either picking Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase. It's either Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith, but I feel like they're gonna pick Devontae Smith to have three Devontae or two Devontaes, one in Devontae Parker and one in Devontae Smith. So here we go to the Falcons pick. Who they need is probably a quarterback, because they have Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage at their hands, and Matt Ryan is just digressing every single year, doing absolutely terrible. It's either they pick defense or they get a quarterback. I think the Falcons are going to pick a quarterback in Justin Fields, or they're either going to get Justin Fields or Trey Lance or whatever. Probably Zach Wilson, but Zach Wilson is going to the Jets. They either get offense, they either get a quarterback or they get defense. I think they're going to pick a quarterback in Justin Fields, so that will happen. Going to the Bengals now, it depends. All this, like, this Bengals team needs to get different. It depends on their free agent bidding on. As Joe Mixon said, they need to fix their O-line. That's all they need to do. Most of them, the team just needs to get a rebuild on their O-line. Because if they don't get O-line, then then Joe Burrow's actually going to die out there. So I think they're gonna, depending on if they get an O-line, they're going to pick Penei Sewell if they don't get O-line. But if they do get an offensive line, they're probably going to get a weapon on as a wide receiver. So, yeah, they're probably going to get a wide receiver in Jamar Chase, if not. But they do have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, which will be amazing for them. But I have them picking Penei Sewell depending on if they didn't get O-line. Now the Eagles picks. To be honest, their pick last year was absolutely terrible. They picked Jalen Reagor, doing absolutely terrible. But they did pick Jalen Reagor last year to make the Vikings be able to pick Justin Jefferson, and Justin Jefferson is in the Offensive Rookie of the Year talks. So, yeah, Jalen Reagor is not. Carson Wentz is gone, but I feel like depending on Travis Fulgham, who it doesn't matter, but I feel like they will be picking a wide receiver, and they're going to be picking a bust wide receiver because that's just how they are. And I feel like they're going to pick probably Chris Olive from Ohio State. And that's probably who they're going to pick because they can't pick any good wide receivers. The next pick is the Lions. They're probably going to pick Micah Parsons. So easy. Quarterback for the Panthers. They have one of the best running backs in the league. They have a few good wide receivers, but I feel like they pick a quarterback here because Teddy Bridgewater isn't doing that good. So I feel like they go for Trey Lance or Mac Jones here. I'm pretty sure they would go for Mac Jones here just for the better doubt for that. So they Mac Jones will go to the Panthers. The Broncos will probably pick defense and maybe get a quarterback, but I think they're gonna go for either a quarterback, and if there aren't any good quarterbacks on the board left, then they'll probably pick defense, but they're probably going to get Trey Lance or something since Mac Jones went to the Panthers. So, yeah. Uh so I have Trey Lance going to the Broncos. And then the Giants will actually pick a good player this time. Yeah, I think they're going to pick Jalen Waddle pretty much. Pretty sure since they have weapons in Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton, and Saquon Barkley, but he is going to become a free agent this year, I believe. So I think the Giants are going to keep Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones and pick up Jalen Waddle. If not, they're probably going to pick a defensive player in probably a cornerback in Caleb Farley. Yeah, probably. But I skipped the Cowboys. I did skip the Cowboys. That's who the Cowboys are gonna pick. The Cowboys are gonna pick Caleb Farley because they need defense because their defense is kind of bad. But the Giants will pick probably Jalen Waddle here. And the 49ers will get the next pick. I'm only doing the first round though. That's the thing. The 49ers need defense. So I'm pretty sure. Let me look at the defense real quick. They're probably going to get defense players. Probably going to get Patrick Surtain. Yeah, probably.
Because Richard Sherman's old.
Richard Sherman is old. So that's who they're gonna pick. The Chargers. I feel like they pick a Northwestern corner because he had like a bunch of interceptions as a freshman, but he'll probably be picked soon if he does go to the draft in like 2 years. But the Chargers are going to go for offense here, and I feel like they're going to pick probably Alex Leatherwood from Alabama. And the Vikings, they're probably going to pick an edge rusher, and they're probably going to pick Gregory Rousseau from Miami. The Patriots need a quarterback badly. Because if they don't get a quarterback, they're going to have to try and get Big Ben or Deshaun Watson. But I feel like they got to go for a QB here. Now, since Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and Mac Jones are all off the board, they either got to pick from Kyle Trask or Jamie Newman. And I think they're going to have to pick Kyle Trask here just because he's the best quarterback up on the board since there's only like 5 quarterbacks in the draft. Except on here it doesn't say that, but it's specifically on the mock draft board it says there's like 5. So for the Cardinals, they're probably going to pick uh, a tight end since nobody's talking about any tight ends from that team. They're probably going to pick Kyle Pitts from Florida, a tight end out of Florida. Now, for the Las Vegas Raiders, they're probably going to pick defense because the Raiders do need defense. Uh Specifically in our secondary. So they're probably going to end up picking a cornerback in J.C. Horn out of South Carolina. So the Dolphins are on the clock again, and they're probably going to pick
Running back.
a running back most likely, and they're going to pick Najee Harris, um, a running back out of Alabama. I think no, that's Ohio State, right? I feel
No.
dumb. Okay, I was right. So don't judge me in the comments. I was right the first time. But the football team is picking 19th. They're gonna need O line. They're just gonna need O line, and they're gonna pick Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. Bears have the 20th pick, and they're gonna need O line as well, and they're gonna pick Samuel Cosme. And the Colts are gonna have the 21st pick. They need wide receivers, and they're gonna need a quarterback. They're probably gonna get one off of free agency in either somebody or somebody else. So yeah, um, they're probably going to get Rashad Bateman from the pit draft board because Jalen Waddle would have went to the Giants. But the Colts will pick Rashad Bateman from I don't know where, but he's going to be picked. He out of Minnesota, and then the Titans will need to pick defense desperately. Defense, most likely the secondary, probably a safety or a linebacker, and they're probably going to pick Jeremiah Owusu Kuramoa. I I I tried to not butcher up his name, but he's going to go to the Titans there. And the Jets have the 23rd pick, courtesy of the Seahawks. And they're going to need defense as well. And they're probably going to pick Joseph Osai. The Jets don't really need wide receivers. They're probably going to pick outside linebacker from Texas, Joseph Osai. The Steelers now, the 24th overall pick, uh, in this year's draft, they're probably going to pick a running back and in Travis Etienne. So yeah, num pick number 25. The Jaguars have the pick for the Rams pick. They're gonna need offensive linemen to keep Trevor Lawrence safe, or Devontae Smith and James Robinson and Deshaun Watson safe. Even though wide receivers don't really need O line, but it doesn't matter. Alex Leatherwood from Alabama is not on the board anymore, so I'm gonna need to look at some other offensive linemen. Um, they're probably going to pick Rashawn Slater from Northwestern. Um, yeah. Pick number 26. The Browns do need a lot of defense, a linebacker specifically, and they're probably going to pick Dylan Moses because they need linebackers desperately. The Buccaneers will probably pick defense as well. And they're probably going to pick Zaven Collins, an edge rusher from Tulsa. Or, yeah, edge, whatever. 28th pick for the Ravens. They're also going to pick an edge rusher from Georgia, Aziz Ajulari. And the Saints, with the 29th overall pick, they're going to have to pick a wide receiver because Michael Thomas is just barely catching any passes. He just caught his first touchdown of the season against the Bears. And that's kind of depressing cuz it's his first of the season. Cam Newton has more receiving touchdowns than him by the end of the regular season. That's just sad. But they're probably going to have to pick Rondale Moore from Purdue. And then the Bills they will probably pick linebackers like defense. And they're going to pick Nick Bolton, an outside linebacker from Missouri. The Packers will pick an offensive tackle with the 31st pick from Michigan, Jalen Mayfield. And then the Chiefs, they don't really need players besides defense. Probably O-line, actually. Because their defense is pretty good, but the offense apparently carries a lot. But they're not. The offense isn't carrying them in this part of the year. But the Chiefs will pick an offensive tackle, Liam Eichenberg from Notre Dame, with the 32nd pick. So that will wrap up my mock draft. Let's see what Madden picks in this thing. Trevor Lawrence goes to the Jaguars. Justin Fields goes to the Jets. Penei Sewell goes to the Falcons. Even though the Dolphins have that pick. Dolphins will pick Micah Parsons. Zach Wilson will go to the Bengals. I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing that. But the Eagles will pick Jamar Chase. Lions will pick Gregory Rousseau from I don't know where, from Miami. The Panthers will select Jalen Waddle. The Broncos will pick Kyle Pitts, a tight end from high school, I think. Trey Lance will go to the Cowboys. Christian Darrisaw to the Giants. The 49ers will pick Patrick Surtain. The Vikings will pick Sam Cosmi. The Chargers will pick Caleb Farley. The Patriots will pick Kyle Trask. The Cardinals will pick J.C. Horn. The Raiders will pick Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah out of Notre Dame. Miami with their picks Marvin Wilson. The Bears will pick Kwity Paye. The Jaguars are back onto the clock. Mac Jones is also still on the clock. Devontae Smith is also still on the clock as he goes to the Jaguars. Technically, I did predict Devontae Smith going to the Jaguars. depending on if they got Deshaun Watson or not. But Devontae Smith isn't going that far into the draft. The Colts will pick Dylan Moses, and the Browns will be picking they will be picking Eric Stokes. The Bucks will be picking Jay Tufeli. The Titans desperately need defense. So I'm and a running back. Wait, what? Bruh. They will need a running back though. Rashawn Slater goes to the Titans. The football team will pick Rashad Bateman. The Jets will pick Travis Etienne. The Steelers will pick Sean Wade. The Chiefs will pick Joseph Osai. This is the end of the season draft picks, by the way, guys. The Ravens will pick Creed Humphrey. The Packers will pick Alex Leatherwood. The Bills will pick Wyatt Davis, and the final pick of the first round, the Saints will pick Zaven Collins from Tulsa. So guys, that will wrap up the video there. See you guys in the next video. Peace.